Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a paid advertising. TheOnlyGround.com, onlyground.com is one of the most amazing places for information that I consistently go to. If you guys want to have conversations about our old interviews or even topics that we don't discuss, the group of people that are on the onlyground.com message boards are some of the most brilliant that I have ever come across. Those little like knickknack facts that we get here and there, that's where a lot of it comes from. Please check out the link in the bio.
Welcome to the show. I am MMA insider and Herb Dean's dog sitter, Joey Venti, and you're listening to the MMA History Podcast, the only podcast dedicated 100% to the preservation of mixed martial arts history. Interviews and stories about the early days of MMA direct from the men who lived it. Hundreds of interviews, thousands of hours of research, all conducted by the most obsessed mind in the business, the MMA detective Mike Davis. Join us as we document the history of the sport we all love.
Special edition of the MMA History Podcast. We're going to be diving a little bit every once in a while, about once a month, into the world of bare knuckle. My name is Mike Davis, the MMA detective. Along with me is Andrew Mendoza. And Andrew, when we decided we were going to do this, we said we got to start with the GOAT. Right or wrong?
Absolutely. Yeah, correct.
Joining us on an 8-fight win streak, women's world champion, number one pound for pound in the entire world of bare knuckle, Christine Ferea. What's up, Christine?
Hey, how are you?
Good. So your journey is an interesting one. For the last few days, Andrew and I have been kind of breaking stuff down in regards to it. Not an easy path, and it's not a traditional path.
Right.
How would you describe your time fighting, like in terms of like encapsulating your career?
I mean, I think every fighter, to stay traditional, I think we all have it differently and we all do it differently. Encapsulating it. It's been a crazy ride, it's been a crazy ride from my Muay Thai days to MMA, then to bare knuckle. And I don't have the image anybody wants. I don't have the attitude anybody wants. I'm not traditional. I'm not your everyday female. I fight crazy as hell. I have a really strong energy, I guess you could say. I don't know what you would call it. So it's hard for me to, I think, people to like me, and especially promoters or people, they don't understand me. They don't understand my approach or the way I do things. And it's just been tough, trying to get in and let them accept
warming
me.
up to you.
Yeah. Because
yeah.
I'm very forward, and if I have a problem, I tell you. If I don't like something, I tell you. And, in business, in any part of business or life, that's usually not really smart to do, but I didn't know that for a long time. I was just like, okay, just be straightforward. I feel like something's wrong, then just say it. But that damages you.
It's not just the delivery. Yeah, it's the delivery.
Yeah, I don't.
You gotta wrap it
Yeah,
up a little bit,
right,
a little bow on
maybe
it.
sweeten it up or put some Splenda on it. I didn't do that,
Well,
so yeah.
all right. So like when you look at your career, I mean, Andrew, like you look at like her on Tapology, she's about that life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's just like it's kickboxing, it's Muay Thai, it's MMA, and then it's bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Right now you're in a pretty unique position, and it appears that you've got a super fight with Amanda Nunes. Is that legit?
I'm trying.
As of
Everybody,
today,
everybody knows I'm trying to get the best out there, because if I don't make the money I want, at least I know that I fought the best and I am the best. At least I get that out of it, right? Like, I'm not, my money's cool, but I'm talking about like boxing money and stuff like that. We're not there yet at Bare Knuckles. You know what I mean? So I'm taken care of. But, at least I want to know that I beat the best. And that is my true passion in my core. And that's what I have to remember. And I have to remember that shit. That it's not 100% about money. And if it does become about money, then I'm going to go in there, I'm going to lose, because especially in bare knuckle, you get hit in there like this, and the training you have to do, and the age I'm at, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, 20 years. So to get up and want to have that drive and that fire and that passion, money isn't gonna
No,
keep
no.
me there,
Yeah, when you look at your career as a totality, in the beginning of which, and all of the, you know, stumbling blocks that you hit
Yeah,
along the way, your vision and understanding now, where no, money's going to make me lose. I need to fight the best and want the best.
right.
That's because of all your past experience.
Yeah, probably.
And
I'm sure.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and like, out of the entire lineup, there's guys calling everybody out. Andrew, consistently, is there anybody that has, like, whatever everybody else is doing in terms of call outs, it's consistently like
Yeah.
Right.
next level with Christine?
hmm
It has to be.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And what's great is I know if I lose right now, I'll never get a fight again. The only reason why I may get a chance at a fight is the risk to reward is kind of even there, because then if they beat me or if they take that damage, they might get the gold. Now, if I don't have the gold, I'm never getting a fight again, and I know that, ever.
I could sit here and argue with you, but I don't want to. That's what's your motivation. That's your motivation. I'm not gonna try to.
Right.
That's the one thing I'm not gonna chip away at. No, that's for sure. You got there from the beginning, though. Like, BKFC 2 was your supposed start.
Right.
When did BKFC even get on your radar?
2018, 17, 17 probably. They called me after I had lost a fight in Invicta.
Okay, so against Karina Rodriguez
Yes,
for
she
the
edged me
title.
out. Yeah, she edged me out in boxing slightly, and I was like, "Oh my God, I need to get my boxing." So I'm perfectionist. I'm like, "Okay, now I got to go get boxing," because I never did boxing. I just did Muay Thai,
Mhm.
and she just had more speed on me and more volume. And Muay Thai, you're more power and single shots. So got into a boxing gym, and then that's when they called.
So did they call you for BKFC 1?
I had been called.
Or was it
uh,
just prior to the fight that got canceled?
I'm not sure the timeline and all of that, but I told David, I was just like, I want Beck, because at first when they called me, I said, no, I'm not fighting for you, because I thought it was underground, and I was always told by my
So
coach.
that
He
was
said,
one. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, my coach did one. My coach said, don't ever fight underground, because then nothing's covered, and then if you get hurt, you're screwed and you're stuck with everything.
It's true.
So don't do that. So I always just didn't do it. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I saw Beck, and Beck legitimized it for me in my mind.
Okay. In essence, Andrew, we've got an athlete that's always been on Nate Shook's radar. Like, see, when you're watching videos, sometimes they might not have the best record in other
Right.
sports or avenues. And then it's just like, no, no, no. It's the style, it's the attitude, it's
Right.
the kind
Right.
of rawness. So they try to get you on BKFC 1. You saw Beck, and then you knew it was legit.
Right. Yeah. And then I was knew it was legit, because I was like, oh, she's from the UFC. I know she's not going to be fighting for anything fugazi, pretty much.
And then, like, you had a canceled bout in 2018, August 25th, 2018. It was actually a BKFC 2.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I showed up. I was there to fight, ready, cut weight, had a whole camp,
Stepped on a scale?
scale, everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they let me know day of that I would not be fighting. I was going to take, because I take a nap the day of the fight, and I went to go take my nap. Someone knocked on my door, and they said, "Hey, come downstairs. Nate needs to talk to you." And I had no idea. I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, your fight's canceled." They felt so bad. They paid me. They were really good about it. They were awesome. They paid me for the whole fight, everything. Like they were dope. But one of the girls didn't show up, and then the other girl that they got me a same replacement the same day, or this whenever they found out. The girl stepped on the scale. It was legit, but she ended up having a fight prior to that she got knocked out in, and the commission had her.
Got it.
Yeah.
Suspended.
Yeah, she was like 3 days off or something, or a week off, or it was like days. I don't even know. They'll know. I bet Nate remembers. But yeah, it sucked.
Was that fight going to be at 125 pounds as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
See, that's what's wild. Like sometimes people, like if you look at the beginning of your record, it's like 500 in other sports.
Right.
You got your wins, you got your losses.
Right.
Sometimes people taste kind of like some victory as well as just like, oh, I see a finish line here. And then they get disciplined, like Brian Duran. Brian Duran was 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Sees, wait a minute, dude, I can make some money and, make some moves here. And then now he's 145, 155. Yeah. So you were always at that championship weight.
Yeah, I mean, when I very first started a long time ago, like in the beginning, I was a little chunky thing, and that's why I got into martial arts. And in the first place is I wanted to get in shape. At first I was just like, oh, I could whoop ass, that I was a little badass. And I was like, fighters have nice bodies. So that's what attracted me,
for yourself or for what you were shopping for? Which one was it?
All of the above. Actually, what I was shopping for, I wanted top of the line.
Right, top shelf. Give me that top
shelf. I did.
And like after that fight gets canceled, I had heard through the rumor mill that you were out there a little rough, trying to no. I'm fighting.
Oh, I'm a little rough around the edges. I've tamed a little bit, and I was a handful, to say the least. I was pissed. I'm very passionate. It's more passion, you know what I'm saying? I give my all to this, and I'm not like, okay, I live this, breathe this, and I wrap my whole world around it. So it's everything to me. And then I have people don't understand I have no social life, and that's what has hurt me in terms of not getting out there as much. I've done it more since I've been a champion, but prior to, I went to the gym, came home, work, school, all that. That's all I did. Like I didn't have anything else. And then I quit school for this. Don't recommend that to anybody on this planet ever. Anyway, so that's just my story. So if people don't understand the passion that I have for this and the reasons I'm doing this, and it's a lot deeper than just beating the shit out of somebody, and where I come from, where I came out of, what I was surrounded with, and what I could have been. People don't understand, they can't fathom, how much loyalty I have to the sport. And even though it's grimy sometimes, and I hate it at times, and I hate the politics, this shit saved my life. And it pulled me out of, I don't know where I would be at this point. Honestly, I struggle every day to keep myself, even though I've been out of a lifestyle for a very long time. There's always that shit sitting right there. I guess you could say the devil, the angel, whatever you want to call it, on your shoulders.
It's self-destructive behavior. Yeah.
I have very self-destructive behavior, very.
Okay.
And
So do you drink?
um I do, I like after fights I do. And here
Okay.
and there, but I don't like to, that's not something I do daily, not something I do monthly. If I'm having a bad time, if I'm drinking and I'm like, it's like a month past my fight or 2 months past my fight, unless I'm at an event or something, then there's something wrong with me. Like I drink to forget, or I drink to, I don't really like alcohol. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the way I feel the next day. I don't like that it drains me. I don't like what it does to my body. I'm very unhealthy. I'm a very healthy person. Um, so I, if I'm doing that, I'm not in a good place.
Yeah.
Unless I'm at an event or I'm socializing with it.
And you're
Like
yeah. People with self-destructive behavior, they got to be careful with that.
very, very. I have to be very careful. I
Yeah.
have a full family of alcoholics and substance abuse. So I'm very careful. And I was there at one time when I was younger. When I found fighting, that's what freed me. It's like the gladiator, like win the crowd, win their freedom. It's just like win your fights, win your freedom. That's how I look at it. I just keep very, very narrow focus.
When you get a win, like you said, you had a lifestyle at some point. When you get a win, the high from a win
Oh,
is so much better than any drug
whew,
or alcohol you could ever take.
it's worth chasing. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
chase it. I chase it. You know.
So your second fight was against Jennifer Tate at BKFC 3.
Yes.
Andrew, did you see who she fought? Who it was Jennifer Tate. Did you see who Jennifer Tate beat?
Sarah Schneider and Caitlin Young.
Dude, Caitlin Young
Oh, she's
is
a beast.
Hmm.
legend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I know Caitlin.
Yeah, they fought in Minnesota. I mean, if
Mhm.
you look at the Muay Thai and kickboxing across the entire country for women, there is no stronger area in the entire United States than Minnesota, and it's because of Caitlin Young. That's how
Minnesota.
that's how popular she is. Yeah, Jennifer Tate, she's also out of Caesar Gracie Stockton.
Yes.
Legit.
Yes. Oh yeah, she's I didn't know. My Muay Thai guy here, he just never had us pay attention to opponents. And so I'm trained that way. I don't give a shit. I don't care who you are. You're human. And so I didn't really I looked her up a little bit. I didn't dive deep into her, like where she was from. I didn't give a shit. You know, I just, okay, I'm getting ready for this girl and I'm going to fight without gloves, you know, be in my best conditioning shape and get ready to bang. I didn't realize, okay, like the bare knuckle thing, that first fight, I didn't even think about it until I was on deck and I was like, I'm no, I'm no gloves on, dude. Like, okay. And then Nate's like, all right, do something. And where I got this from, because he's just like, do something to go out to get attention. And that's what I thought of is that. Like split second, I was like, what? And then that was my little entertainment shit that he wanted me to do when I went out. So that's where that came from. And then I was just like, okay, let's get to it. She actually she rocked me with the right hook and almost knocked me out. If you slow it down, she threw a right hook. My eyes rolled back in my head. I couldn't see for about 30 seconds. So I just got low and boom, boom, like jab, jab, jab. And at one point I went like this because I couldn't see her. I was trying to figure out where she was. And then I finally got it back. Right when I got it back, I grabbed her. Blah, blah. That's when I did that thing. That's right when I got my vision back. That's when I took off. So I was like, dude, she's gonna knock me out. So that's when I knocked her, or I flash knocked out her.
All right. When you get days like that,
Uh-huh.
you can't do like your response. The only way you get that response is when you've got a long history of running into problems. You in the ring, and that's
Right.
not
Yes.
something that you do like right away. It's something that you've got to build the courage up internally and the mental fortitude to understand. This is everything. I gotta stay up. I gotta stay up,
Yeah.
no matter
Well,
what the consequences.
I've never, so I started this at like 21, 22, fighting, and I, my demeanor and my presence and my energy is really strong. and I'll walk into anywhere. Like I was locked up. I lived in Modesto, 20 minutes away from Stockton. I grew up rough, okay? Like really rough. So I grew up around a lot of scary people. And so I have a defense in me that is probably like stay the fuck away or I'm a badass or something. I don't know what it is. But so when I walked into the Sancho is a Sancho Muay Thai gym, I'm in there, I'm just like, I show no fear. I show no, I'm not kissing anybody's ass. I didn't, so I, you know what I mean? So when I went in there with that, they beat the fuck out of me. Any gym I went to, because it was taken as, oh, you think you're a badass, huh? You think you're a badass, huh?
Oh, the
But
new girl with the attitude. Yeah,
right,
green lighter.
right, all day,
Green
all day.
lighter.
But you
Yep.
know what that did for me? That made me a freaking beast because they weren't nice to me. You know what I'm saying? They were not, and I don't blame them. Someone does some girl come or someone comes to my gym like that, they're probably gonna get lit up too. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. That was my path. That's the way it's supposed to be for me. But that's where I get it from because I've been getting my ass kicked from day one. And shake it off like it was nothing.
Your first BKFC fights, they announce your name. At some point when you're walking to the ring or the fight starts, you say, how the fuck did I get here?
Oh
What,
yeah,
what
that split second, it was for about 10 seconds, and then it had to go away because I was about to walk.
yeah, right. Like, you should have
I,
studied harder. You know,
yeah, right.
maybe
Ignorance is bliss.
mom was right. You know?
Yeah, ignorance is bliss, honestly. Because if you think about it too much, if you think about something too much, sometimes you're not gonna do it.
Manifest it or you manifest it. Yeah.
Yeah, or you're not
Wow.
gonna do it. You're just gonna. I mean, who says, "Oh, let me go sign up for a bare knuckle fight"? Like back then, of course, because that was like now it's we're knowledgeable about bare knuckle and it's badass, and you're testing yourself to the fullest extreme. But back then, it was just like no gloves. Oh, you know.
Did you think it was going to be like a one-off event or maybe like a 2 or 3 event, or did you see like a vision that it was going to become something bigger?
Honestly, I didn't know. I just wanted to fight. Like the Muay Thai promotion that I fought for, I went 14-0 with. 14-0. After my first pro fight, they never called me again. I TKO'd her. I
Wow.
was 80% knockout rate. Never called me back. So MMA, I had lost to Tiffany Bassus, and Corina Rodriguez, and I don't know what they were. They weren't.
You
I
know, you beat Jamie Harad on Tough Enough
Yeah,
with man,
that was
Barry
my.
Meyer. Barry Meyer. He and I, we never met. We were friends on the phone. The
That was her
promoter.
coach. Oh,
The phone. Yeah, the promoter.
Oh,
Promoter for
Barry.
Tough
Yeah,
Enough.
yeah, yeah. Meyer. Yeah, 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 yeah. My bad. Yes.
Yeah, the two brothers. Yeah.
No, no. Jeff Meyer.
It's
Jeff.
Jeff and Barry. Yeah. Both brothers.
Oh, Barry passed. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Barry passed. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he and I used to be. Yeah, we used to talk on the phone a lot.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They gave me a shot, and I went in there, and when I was getting ready for that, and the announcer was just like, "Yeah, with 3 months of training," because I was a Muay Thai fighter, and so I had only trained 3 months for MMA up to that point because I was just strictly a Muay Thai fighter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they offered you a title shot at BKFC 5, were you ready for that?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolute. Oh, yes. Yeah. Scott called me and was just like, hey, and I was in the gym shadow boxing at the regular gym. And I was like, and he called me when I was there and it's on my headphones. And I was like, hello. And then he's like, hey, champ, you're going to get ready for a title fight. And I was like, "Ah," and I started training harder. And yeah, dude, I'm always ready. Always, especially back then. Like, I take a little bit easier now because I'm a little bit older. So I'm learning about the overtraining and stuff like that. Or not learning, I've learned, um, to save enough for the fight and not overtrain myself and leave it all in the gym and road work and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Pretend Hart.
Yes.
When I was at this is the first time I got to see you fight. You won by doctor stoppage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I watched it back. At the end of that fight, I believe you called out Serrano.
Oh, yeah. I've called her out like 12 times.
What
Like,
happened with that?
she actually accepted. She's just like, I hit her. We talked on Twitter and she said, yeah, show me the money. And this was before Jake Paul. I mean, now it would be ridiculous money. Back then it was doable.
Affordable.
Now,
It was affordable.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
When people ask me about BKFC and like you know what I mean, like we appear to be this giant ship, but the reality of the situation is there's like 20 of us running it, and we're
Right.
all doing multiple jobs, and we're doing whatever it is we can just to make sure that ends meet. Whether it's tape, bubble gum, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And I always tell everybody, you want to see somebody that is about to lose everything and willing to risk it? Look at Feldman the first 10,
Oh,
15
yes.
BKFCs. Look at him the first 10, 15 BKFCs. Dude, he's mortgaging his house. He's taking loans out with people that he should not be talking to. You know what
Right.
I mean? It's
Right.
like
Yeah, no, that man,
all in.
I didn't know when I first got acquainted with him and stuff like that. Promoters, I've had like promoters weren't calling me back. They weren't, so I didn't have a good taste in my mouth about these guys, right? I'm just like,
Mhm.
whatever, you're a chump, they're all chumps, blah blah blah. Um, so when some stuff happened, like he took the brunt end of my frustration from previous stuff. But
Mhm.
like hearing his story and he was a fighter, I didn't know he was a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know him. I didn't know his background, what he was doing. And after I found out like all the stuff he's doing in his grind and his hustle and his resilience and him overcoming, cancer and all through all this shit.
His
Um
mom. Yeah, his
his
mom.
mom, the stuff he's overcome, and I love it. And I have nothing but respect for him, what he's done, and the company on a personal level, not just on a business level. And the chances he's given me when other people wouldn't as well. But back then I didn't know all of this stuff, like it was just, I was in the beginning of it too,
We
so
all were. Yeah, we
yeah.
all were.
So like
Yeah.
just seeing him and what he's doing and this stuff, like this business takes all of you, whether you're on the fighter end or the business end, um, or running a promotion. It it's a sacrifice a lot of people don't realize, and it's
Across the board.
crazy.
It's across the board. It's on the administrative side.
Right.
Everyone's got a second job on the administrative
Right.
side.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you believe in the product and you
Right.
create the product.
Right.
We believe in the product and we move all the pieces in order to make it work.
Right.
And it's like all of us are on the same page. Like
Yeah.
you don't even have to like each other. It doesn't matter. You look
Yeah.
at
No.
each other and you just go, no, dude, we're going to make this work. We believe in it.
Right.
We believe in
Right.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's all it takes. And I like Feldman because
He's one of us.
he's solid. He's solid.
Yeah,
He's a
he's one of
solid.
us. Yeah.
Yes. You take care of him, he'll take care of you. You're honest with him, he'll be honest with you. That's the type of dude he is. That I've my experience with him.
Yeah. 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 Your journey's pretty wild. Like Helen Peralta. I was at that. I walked away from that fight thinking that you won it. I
Yeah.
thought it was close, but I thought you
It was
won.
close. It was very close. It is what it is.
She
I knew I had her in the first round. That's why I don't play with my opponents anymore. Because I knew I had her. She couldn't see out of her left eye in the first round, and I knew it. And I was just taking. I was like, oh, another can, And I learned my lesson. I haven't lost since. So I know what to do. I know how to do it. It's just experience. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't very nice to the commission and them back. I before the fight, I was a pain in the ass. Okay, and I don't blame them for not liking me. I don't. And for it to be close and they can get away with it, I would have done it too probably.
yeah.
So it is what it is. I know I didn't lose that fight.
That fight was also the last time you dropped to a knee since
Yeah, I've
that
never been
fight.
dropped my whole career. That was the only time I've been
Yes.
dropped. Besides by like 3 guys in training camp, and they were big. Like kick to the heads, and a couple flash knockouts by dudes. No girls ever, ever, ever done that to me.
Andrew, like, all right, you got this raw, high energy person that can crack for sure. You can punch because you look at girls after they got hit like that first time when you got a solid connection, and it was just like, oh, wait a minute, this is different.
Right.
You
Oh
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
it. Every
Oh
single
yeah.
fight, you get that
Absolutely.
out of one of your
Oh no, yeah.
opponents.
Yes.
But one of the things that Andrew and I had noticed was your fight against Calista Silgado.
Solista.
Salista
Solga.
Silgado. Andrew, her clinch work.
Yeah, I noticed when I watched that one, I believe she is a boxer, and when you were fighting, you used the clinch and the tie plum a lot more than usual. Did you practice that going into that fight?
Yeah, well, she's a boxer. So
Yeah,
she's
well,
not going to be used to that. She dips her head, so whoop, because they like to roll and stuff like that. Yeah, I do study my opponents.
It's your
I
job. Yeah, it's your job.
yeah. I know weaknesses and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I'm going to utilize a lot of this because she does. First of all, that's a natural thing she will not be able to break. Even if I keep grabbing her head, that's going to be uncomfortable for her to do. So I'm just going to make her uncomfortable the whole fight.
Yeah, you also kind of make them repeat their behavior. Like, oh, I grabbed the head, then she's gonna do like she's gonna consistently exit the same way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Uh,
at the end of the second round as well, Andrew Glenn, he breaks you guys up, and then she
Yeah.
throws a late punch, and I noticed you didn't, protest or anything. We've kind of got to see what kind of fighter you were right there. I thought that was
Right.
pretty good.
defining, pretty
Yeah,
defining.
defining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what am I gonna do? Cry like a little bitch? What's that one guy's name that acted like his back got broken? Dude, that dude needs to go fucking cook his wife some food. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
And
wait, you talking about the dude in
I know you're
California? You talking about the one in California that
I
like
don't know where this dude was, but
he claimed he had a back injury? That guy?
from some dumb shit. Like I
He
think,
just got
yeah,
picked up. He just got picked up and then
yeah,
he
yeah.
broke his
That
back.
I'm like, dude, you are a pussy, dude. I'm sorry for my language, but
No, we're good. All good.
dude,
Yeah, we're not
that was
monetized.
like
We're good.
that is disgraceful.
Yeah,
That was a
no.
straight lie.
And you know
Like
what, man? He's got to
you're a
live with that.
bitch.
You got to live with that. You know what
I'm
I mean? It's
sorry.
like you got to live with that. And I
I
tell you
know.
what, you can explain it all you
Explain
want.
that to your son or your daughter and your
There,
wife or your whatever.
there's video evidence on that one.
there's
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
lot of it.
Anyway,
yeah. You fought Beck Rawling for the first time at BKFC 41, August 29, 2023.
yeah,
That was
finally.
your dream fight going into it.
She called me a stalker because I was trying to fight her. But I was like, dude, you have a name and you're tough. Like, why? Whatever. But she was running for years.
Well, it's a hard fight to put together too, just on distance.
Bro,
She's in Australia.
so what? This is,
That's like a $2,000 plane ticket, 24 hours across
dude,
the
what are we
water.
trying to do here? Are we trying to build a great company with great fights? Or are we trying to bitch about the women and then not put on fights because it costs $2,000? Like, what the fuck do you want from us? Like, these fights need to happen for women to grow. And the sacrifice that we have to take, the company has to take as well, because I'm here making trying to help. Everywhere I go, I'm talking about bare knuckle and I'm putting people on. I was doing Uber. I do Uber. What do? I have a belt in the back and I'm talking about BKFC. I live in Vegas. I'm picking up all types of different people, business, people that have money, people that maybe want to invest, people that I'm out here doing the work. I'm out here doing the work, spreading the word. So I feel, if I'm calling somebody out and it costs a little extra money, let's do it because we need to put the girls on, and the girls sell. They're not all looking like me,
Big
have
time.
attitude like me. You know what I mean?
Big time.
So
yeah.
During the Beck Rawlings fight, McGregor was there, and
yeah,
during the first break of the first round, your corner's telling you, "Hey, don't look over there." I believe you were looking at the audience. They're
dude,
like, "Pay
bro,
attention."
I was looking at Conor because it was surreal. I was like, what the hell? Like Conor's over there yelling at Beck, like, because that's his homie, like to what to do to me, and I'm just like, I'm about to beat your girl's ass, like, and like I love him being there, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like this is a good level. This is who I want over there. This is what I want here. This is what I've worked for, And he loved the women's fight. I know he was going for her at the time, and that's cool because if you're going for me, cool. If you're not going for me, cool. I'm gonna whoop a girl's ass now.
Dude, you know what's wild? Like, you're sitting in that stool, you're fighting a chick from Australia that's got a real big following, and Conor McGregor flies in to cheer on your opponent. Like, you gotta be like,
They told me on deck, Conor, like when I was on deck, getting ready to go out, they're like, Conor's about to come in.
did
And
you
I was
did you
like,
did you have any idea prior to this or no?
no, zero idea. Did not know. I was on deck.
It's April 29th, so you're about 28 days past April Fools. You're ready to fight.
Right. Right.
There's a lot going on
And
there.
I was like, oh shit. But I just brushed things off. Like, that wasn't in my head or anything. But
I'd be sitting there thinking, this is a virtual simulation. There's absolutely no
right.
way this is reality.
Right.
There's no
Right.
way this is reality.
Yeah, I didn't process it that deep at that time. I'm on deck, so I'm focused, And but I was like, holy shit, but I snap out real quick,
You're going into the gym. Why don't we wrap this up? Let's talk about
Okay.
Christine Vicens. You go to Miami. Well, here, you come off Jade Mason Wong. Hard performance. And it's not it was a puzzling performance.
Yeah. It's styles make fights, dude. And she's a very awkward, weird fighter. And her game plan was very smart in terms of not getting obliterated. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you what took place. It's a split decision. It was bizarre. It was a bizarre fight on both of you because both of you guys are savages.
Right.
Feldman is angry. Like even like at the post-fight press conference, he said one of the worst main events we've ever had.
Yeah.
But prior to that, before we go out there, he sees the fight. I'm standing next to him. He looks at me and he goes, I want a quick turnaround on Christine. This isn't right. This isn't right. I want a quick turnaround on this. So rather than, hey, man, bad performance, we're going to shelf you for a little bit. No. Figure it out. Put her on at the end of the year.
And that's what happened. And he called me that night. And he called me that night. I was like, when he called me, I was like, boss, I'm sorry. Like the first thing I said, I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, hello. I'm sorry.
I'm just sorry. Because I knew I don't like to disappoint. I don't. I go out there and I take pride in what I do, and I take pride in my ethic and how I perform, and I want my bosses happy. I want the fans happy. I want, I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also, I get so much support.
You want to perform. You want to perform.
Absolutely.
Win or lose, you want to perform.
Bad night.
Yeah. Well, Christine Vicens, dude. Andrew, did you see the? Oh, all right. Oftentimes, I got to give tours backstage, and it's usually I wait for a couple of guys to kind of get stitches and the oohs and ahs. Hey, here's our triage, and introduce some of the coaches. And one of the women who was with her partner goes, so who you rooting for in a girls fight? And it was like, she's super nice woman. And then it was just intense. And I go, oh man, this Vicens is really tough. She's really calculated, but Ferea has got the touch of God. Like it's power, and you've gotten really slick in regards to like how your movements and stuff like that.
Right.
But Vicens is a Cuban,
Yeah.
and
right.
she's got that
exactly.
Cuban style. And,
Yes.
and as we've seen at Miami people, that Cuban style really translates to bare knuckle.
Right. Absolutely.
And she goes, oh yeah, do you like moms?
I
I mean, I got one. Yeah, I love my mom. Like, name my kid
She's
after
a mom.
Yeah. She's like, well, I'm a mom, and I'm rooting for the mom. And I'm like, I missed that interview where you were just saying she's just a mom. Yeah.
Go cook some dinner.
Yeah, dude, you went heel.
I did. I was in a bad mood that day.
Did you hear the people chanting "mom" in the audience?
No.
It did. It wasn't real loud, but it certainly
That's cool.
existed.
That's cool. I love it. I love that they stood up for her and stuff like that.
And they watched you though. Yeah, they watched.
Right.
They watched. It means they watched you. Yeah.
Right. I have different like themes. Like each camp will be like a theme for me. Like I don't know what kind of energy I'll have that camp. That's why like when I'll have my banner and stuff, it's kind of like what I felt that camp. And that one was just really violent because of what David said in that last fight. I was just that camp for me after that fight, that whole time after, it was only 3 months, September, about 3 months, but it was 3 months of hell for everyone around me and myself. And the training and all of that, my coaches probably don't like me, but it doesn't matter. I paid them. So it was like that interview was just like my
coming out like this. I got to get this out. I got to get this bad energy out.
Yeah.
Expel
it's all.
I got to expel this.
And I don't do this on the streets or in regular social life, but I get to channel it for the fights, so I get to let that dark side out for this.
At the end of that fight, you called out Jessica Borga, and you told her, you're like, get your weight down to one.
She wants to. I called out Crystal Pittman at 135. Then they're trying to save her over there on that team, so they threw Borga in and said, no, Borga wants to fight you, or Borga said she wanted to fight me when they had their Hardy fight got canceled. And I'm like, first of all, you're way bigger than me, and the only way I'm gonna fight someone bigger than me,
she's got a big frame.
She's a big girl. I'll fight her if she was Cyborg's numbers. I'm gonna take that chance. Like I want to move up to 135. Let me see how I do at 135 division. If I run through the 135 division in that weight class, then I'll move
super
up.
fight. Yeah, no, super fight. Here. If you're defined, you're established.
Right.
If she can do the same with that belt, and you guys looking at each other going, man, we might be able to buy a house with this.
Right.
And you just
definitely
go, green light, say whatever it is you want. I'm going to say whatever it is I want. And then we're going to,
let's see what she does. Let's see what she does in 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
On Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah. I can't wait for it. I'm really excited for the girls' fights.
Dude,
I really am.
There's a lot of beginners because we're a new sport. And that's what I try to tell them. Dude, we're a new sport. Like, yeah, you got to start somewhere. Somebody with an athletic pedigree, probably a good place, former mixed martial artists such as yourself. But these Dubai cards are going to be fun. But Christine, you have got sparring. It's 8:15 at night by you. Is it 8:15?
It's 7:39 right now here.
Okay, so I know you got sparring coming up. You got to get ready. So the thing about this, it's Thursday night.
Actually, training somebody right now.
That's it. Yeah. That's what it's all about, man.
Yep.
Any message for the people out there that maybe were in a position like you, in the beginning and where you're at now. What kind of message would you give them?
Just if you have a goal, a huge goal that seems crazy, or people don't believe in you, just don't listen. Keep your focus. Keep your eye on the prize, and don't let the obstacles get in your way. Don't let that get you down. Just keep bulldozing through them, because a lot of people do let obstacles stop them, and then they redirect and then redirect. But you got to stick to one thing, and you will be great at it no matter what. I was getting my ass kicked, for a very long time, and not that good, but I was just tough and resilient, and kept my focus. And as long as you do that, you will be successful. And no matter what,
It's
if
true.
you do not
It's
give
true.
up, if
Yeah.
you just dig, you will become great. You will become great. You just have to keep at it.
Yeah.
In anything, business, life, relationship, anything, unless it's abusive or something, or it's not that healthy for you in terms of mental and physical, you just got to keep going until you reach your goal. And it's been 20, it was 15, 16 years before someone actually gave me a shot at a world title.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
you in 16 years, you never gave up.
Never,
Think about
never,
that.
never. It never will. Never will.
If it's healthy, you got to go all in.
Absolutely.
Dude, I can't wait to see you fight next. Any
Thank you for having me on.
possible month of
I mean, I don't know. I'm get I don't know. I don't know what I could say. But
I don't know.
I
I don't
have the
know.
be I'm in the beginning stages of getting ready for camp. So I do pre-camp, then I ease in. Like, I get ready for my body to adjust to camp. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Personally, I know nothing. I really do know nothing. I would love to see that at Sturgis.
Hmm.
He's talking about 20,000 people, man. You know what I mean? And that's what you deserve.
I would love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever they have, I will do. I want to do anything and everything in this
That's
sport.
awesome.
So
You're the best. Go work out. I'll
thank you,
be in
sir.
touch with you. Take
All
care.
right. All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
So just so everybody knows, this guy Andrew Mendoza does our timestamps. So before, when you were releasing our interviews, and people will be like, "Hey, what about the timestamps? Where are they at?" Dude, you stepped in how long ago?
About a year and a couple months. Yeah, about a year and 5 months ago.
Okay. Okay. So, and you did a lot in the back catalog. I think we got like 15 left. I don't know if they're ever going to get time stamped or not. Here, you want a free t-shirt? Find the 15. They're early. Timestamp them. I'll send you a free t-shirt. But like, you're so consistent with it, and it's like you kind of understand the cadence, and you also
All right.
understand the key words, like the fighters' names are always really important to be in a timestamp. What it does is it allows us to make like a database. So like when we collect the timestamps and we put them all in one area, we got somebody coming up, we put their name in the database. Oh, it got talked about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago by this guy. We go and listen. Here's a question that nobody has ever asked this person, and it's because of those timestamps.
Yeah, everything has to be archived, and you never know when you might have to go back and do some research. So
Yeah.
organize.
But so essentially, it's all right. I come from a law enforcement background. That is how you create a gang database. So in some of these like super woke cities, I'm in Chicago, we're one of them. They've outlawed gang databases. And when you hear our interviews and you hear like somebody go, "Oh my God, how did you know that?" Like, wait, are you local? Where are you from? And they're from a different part of the world or a different part of the country where Andrew and I haven't visited, nor do we have contacts there. It's because the database that we've pulled off. No, we had one of your opponents that had like a little funny little tiny story about something that took place in the locker room, and I got the names there. And when you would go into like a gang interview and use the database properly, dude, it would level the playing field in a way to where like they couldn't figure out if they were up or down. Like if they began talking to you, it was over. It was over as long as you use the database properly. So I was there when it got outlawed. I was a person that helped build it and added to it. And we've just taken that same principle, moved it over to mixed martial arts history. And like, if you dive into our back catalog, I mean, Andrew, from the beginning, we've had that type of response.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
It's because of you.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, man. I mean,
yeah,
I enjoy doing it, passionate about it.
Yeah. So we're going to do giveaways also. In regards to helping, we obviously got a new name. I've got stickers already.
I got some stickers right here.
You got them? Would you mind showing them? All right.
Right,
So
here's the logo.
Yeah. So we got stickers for cars, and I got t-shirts coming next week. But dude, all right. I have got some of the shittiest MMA memorabilia that I could find. I've got Aljo Sterling buttons, like the buttons that you pin on you.
Yeah.
But they're like the cheesy ones. Like not like,
Okay.
oh, they're kind of cut around and you can put them on like, those Irish caps. No, dude. It's one of those circle buttons, like I love mom type of buttons. Yeah. I got those. I ordered the UFC Noche event that took place like last year.
Yeah.
They have like octagon shaped black dice with Noche on it. I got 3 of those. I think I got I Love Bo. I might order an I Love Bo t-shirt for Bo Nickel. Dude, I've got the shittiest collection of MMA garbage that people are selling. And I'm going to be giving it away like to people in the comments. We're going to have to figure out some, dude.
I like that.
I might even have a Noche bucket hat. I've got a CM Punk, like a UFC jersey from Reebok. Dude.
One of the greats.
Dude.
Has a loss to Mike Jackson. I'm just saying.
So I've got CM Punk, like UFC stuff. I'm gonna get a good, decent collection, and we're gonna need our troops to rally. And I'm gonna tell you why. So Spotify, dude, we're doing like 40,000 downloads a month on Spotify. Yeah. I don't know how to like monetize. Like when people like send me ads, I don't see the number that's associated with the ad. So I'm just assuming it's free. So I'm constantly turning them down. YouTube is the issue. So every time we jump like 500 subscribers, it gets knocked down like 250, 300. And it's super slow picking up. So Chuck Liddell, we dropped a Chuck Liddell interview like 2 weeks ago. But it's his beginning of his career, something that's very rarely talked about. Our entire podcast is about history. Anybody subscribing here is a friggin' dork that has got super fucking problems in regards to history. That's a fact.
Yeah,
dude.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. We all got problems. Like it's amazing I was able to procreate. It's amazing I was able to have children. So we got just under 5,000 subscribers. Chuck Liddell interview drops. Guess how many subscribers of ours watched it? At 4,500, dude. Never mind everybody else. Just the people that randomly find it. Our own subscribers. Take a guess.
A percentage?
Give me a number. Give me a number.
I'm going to say maybe about 45%, 40%.
So only, but we had 20% of our audience. However, it appeals to 100% of our audience. Okay.
Okay.
So here, wait, let me rephrase that. It was like 420. So out of 4,500 people, 420 watched it of ours.
Wow.
And then a few hundred extra that didn't know our channel stumbled across it, which we got like 16 more subscribers from. Okay. Now I release Luta Livre Health Gracie. Wait, Health Gracie hasn't done an interview since 1992. He's got the famous last name. Hashtagged it. Good to go. A 30-second Health Gracie clip. It's kind of explosive.
Yeah.
Does less numbers than a 90-minute Chuck Liddell interview.
It's the algorithm, man.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's either weird or we're being throttled and hidden.
I want to say that one. All of the above. I mean, that sounds more like it.
We drop a Joe Dorkson interview. All right. Big name. No. But he's one of the founding fathers of Canadian MMA. He's one of 350 fight members from Canada. And our audience knows who Joe Dorkson is. I lost 245 viewers, 245 subscribers. I dropped it. 245 people go, oh, no, man. No. This isn't for me.
Yeah, this is, they're against us. I mean, the YouTube algorithm, man.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. I am buying shitty MMA memorabilia to motivate our audience because I know our audience, and shitty MMA memorabilia is exactly what it is that they need. It's going to do it. I know it is, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the no chase stuff, I mean, who knows? It might be worth something in the future.
Oh, yeah. Let me explain this to you, dude. I think I may have bought it too soon. All right, so it was like $35 normally.
Right.
It's discounted at $19. There's only one review. It's a 5-star review on it, okay? So I bought 3 of them. So in my opinion, there's probably only 4 in existence that are actually on cars. Everything else is in a warehouse.
Yeah, I believe it.
Dude, that is rare MMA memorabilia.
I've never seen a pair of that.
No one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna buy it. You know, people be like, "Hey, I got $20.
Yeah,
I think I'll just buy a T-shirt. I think I'll buy a phone
I got
case.
a Noche air freshener from 2024. Like, wow.
I'm gonna go get some Wild Woods or some vapes or something for $20. But that Noche dice, dude. As soon as I get them, T-shirts, stickers, shitty MMA memorabilia. It's on.
Dude,
it's on.
We need Dennis Hallman's attire from that one event. Dude,
you know what?
That memorabilia.
I'll text him. The training
ask him where
mask
it's at.
in front.
Yes, dude. Ask him where it's at.
Dude, let me text him right now.
Jeff Munson probably stole it. Who knows, man? That's so funny. I can't think of who else's memorabilia. I don't know.
Excellent. Okay. Andrew.
Mike.
Like, share, subscribe, buddy. Okay. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
We're gonna do these every once in a while. We'll make them like the occasional Thursday drop. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Kick ass. All right, Papa. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.
All right, Mike.
Later.
Take it easy.